So it's finally here. Civil War 2 has dropped, and well, it is a doozy. We have got just absolute chaos in the Marvel universe. So you've got to think, is this an absolute shameless cash grab? Cashing in on the nostalgia, yes, nostalgia of the first Civil War. It's been 10 years. Yeah, that's a long ass time. And also, obviously, Captain America Civil War came out this year. So they're just cashing in, are they? Or aren't they? No, because it is its own beast. It's just using a handy Civil War name. So just a word of warning, I'm going to keep this spoiler free for the start, and then in the latter half I'm going to discuss some spoilers. So we all start with Ulysses, the Inhuman who can predict the future using incredibly vivid visions, which is obviously a big play on the whole NSA spying thing of, well, if you can predict something happening before it happens, is it okay to do? Well, on a big cosmic scale here with the whole Thanos we've seen in the previews, well, it's no brainer really, is it? But obviously it comes down to, will it be used for good the whole time, just like the spying? And obviously we get into kind of torture, and is that okay to do if it means getting a code to defuse a bomb in a major centre? But then obviously it's used for awful, awful things. So I think that the subject matter of this comic is a lot better than the previous Civil War, because really that one was very, very good should superheroes be registered and their identities be collected. Well, it's a big one, isn't it? However, this time it comes down to real-world applications. In my opinion, this is a more culturally relevant topic. Now, there are a few issues with the comic. One being the fact that so much marketing has been done to build up the comic and let everyone know what it is, etc., which I understand, and I fully understand that they have to do, and they want to push it as much as possible to get book sales. Now, there's one issue here, that the fact that we know the teams. The teams have been revealed to us, such as this image here. In DC Rebirth, we didn't know what was going to happen. The veil of mystery was there. So we know what's going to happen here, and also this leads to an issue with the fact that if you are just a casual comic book reader, if you just pick up Spider-Man, or if you pick up just, say, Guardians, then you're not going to know what the hell is going on in this. You won't know who this Ulysses dude is. You won't know that Carol Danvers has actually worked with him. They've worked before. And really that the Inhumans have helped. And really, if you read the backstory to this in the other titles in the previous month, then you're going to completely understand the fact that it works, and it does work, and he's not actually that dangerous. And the entire subplot of how it came to be is completely missing, and this is just, I can't really pin it just to this comic. It is obviously an issue with major event comics. If you don't know the story of how Ulysses came to be, well, he was at school one day when the Terrigen Mists came over. So it's a similar actual story to Miss Marvel, the Kamala one, and, well, it is pretty cool, and obviously he is inexperienced and doesn't know what to do with his powers. So the royal family actually found him, and then he was able to get some help, and then they went straight to Captain Marvel. One thing I will say this time round is that the story has more investment from Tony Stark, because we have two major deaths that do affect the players who came into this story and the ones who will actually go forward and fight in the Civil War. So this time round it is more applicable, I think, to Tony Stark. So I'm just going to go into some spoilers now. If you want to read the comic with virgin eyes, then avert your gaze and your ears. Just close the video. It'll come back once you open up again. It should do. So let's jump in. So the opening sound blows have been fired, and well, Rhodes' War Machine is no more. His insides have effectively become his outsides due to Thanos and a failed mission, which leads to people questioning just what to do with Ulysses and was this a good idea. Weirdly, we see the next death, which is She-Hulk, considering she was in the prequels and was seemingly to be a very, very big player in the story, which I think is very, very odd and a weird decision. I think it was the wrong decision. I think they should have just kept, War Machine as the powder keg that exploded and started this whole conflict between Carol and Tony. So, well, we'll see just what happens there. But I think it's definitely worth picking up, definitely worthy of the Civil War mantle. So, drop a like and a subscribe, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.